YouTuber that has 4 million subscribers and is a manipulating piece of shit that uses people only to gain more subs and or popularity. Now I know everybody fucking knows who LeafyIsHere is, and I guarantee a lot of people think that we're friends. But in this video I'm gonna show why Leafy is a fucking piece of human trash and why I don't fuck with him anymore. Sorry Leafy, you had this coming, bro. You shouldn't have fucking used me for 5 months.
Well. It turns out I was right all along. Back in July, amidst the whole Keemstar "why am I getting hate" debacle, where he was literally being dumped upon from a huge height by everyone and his fucking dog, I uploaded a video in defence of Keemstar and delved into the darker side of this YouTube drama. My thesis, and yes we will call it a thesis, explained that Leafy, Grade A and Pyro colluded to take Keemstar down in a business decision which has since turned sour. Don't believe me? Here is the summary at the end of my video back in July. Okay, so let's get down to the crux of my theory. Recently, Keemstar actually spoke of a conspiracy to take him down. A conspiracy that involved Leafy, Grade A, and Pyrocynical. But he very quickly retracted that statement. Now, I think he was actually a little bit hasty to do so. Yes, Keemstar has been a prick, but he always has been. That was part of his stick. He admits it himself. So what's changed? Well, what has changed is YouTube's terms of service, which effectively outlaw so-called bullying channels, and for me this is no coincidence. YouTube's new terms of service was rumoured to be targeting bullying and harassment and trolling, which is exactly the sort of content that Leafy, Grade A, Under A and Pyrocynical are almost 100% dedicated to. I mean, that's their thing. For these YouTubers, that is a straight up threat to their careers. So where is the conspiracy, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. Leafy in particular would suffer the most from the change in the terms of service. His content is almost 100% trolling and harassment of smaller YouTube channels, just like Keemstar. So what can he do? Well, what he can do is turn himself into the white knight of the internet, taking down the evil Keemstar by calling him out for various indiscrepancies. If you look at Leafy's recent big videos, he's also called out Onision for being mean on the internet, which is so fucking ironic it's not even funny. And these videos on Keemstar and Onision have generated over 9 million views alone, along with the revenue that comes with it. So in one fell swoop, Leafy has gone from harassing autistic kids on the internet to becoming a white knight taking down the evils of YouTube. So I put it to you that Leafy, along with help from Grade A, Under A and Pyrocynical, have band together to save their own careers by taking Keemstar down in order for them to evade being seen as bullies. Keemstar is by no means a saint, and like I said before, he's a victim of his own success, and like everything, what goes up must come down. But in my opinion, he's the victim of an opportunistic hate campaign to save the careers of others. DJ Keemstar, you should have fucking listened to me. But hey, no hard feelings, I am but a tiny YouTuber. I do feel bad that Keemstar went through that though. YouTube is a cutthroat business and Keemstar is no saint himself, but I do share in his vindication, as it really does show that if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Allow me to explain. What has been nice to see is that in spite of the hate and vitriol that Keem received, he kept on going. His content didn't deviate. He remained true to himself, and now his channel is seeing some growth again. This, however, will be much more difficult for Leafy to do. Leafy is more of a reclusive character. He is pretty much one-dimensional in his content and really offers nothing more than silly roasting videos, which aren't even that funny. If you look at Keemstar, he has Drama Alert. He also has Baited Podcast in what I think shows his business acumen by co-creating with some phenomenal YouTubers, Colossal is Crazy and Shot from the Point. At the end of the day, business is business, and I think that's a really key point to remember. YouTube is no longer just a hobby for these people, it is their job, it is their main source of income. So I'm not going to sit here and give you a bog standard Leafy exposed video. I'm here to tell you that Leafy simply made a very bad business decision that could end up killing his business. I doubt very much that he will be able to branch out into other genres because he is that one-dimensional. Leafy's decision to round up the masses and expose Keemstar has come back to bite him in the arse. Nick Cash, aka HeyWatchYourMouth, dropped the bomb on Leafy that he colluded with others to expose Keemstar. Leafy profited big time from all the Keemstar Exposed video. I mean, just look at the view counts on these videos. It's insane. I really, really hope that he put some of that ad revenue in a bank or under his mattress or something. Now going back to business, Leafy's channel grew a lot in this period and somewhat justified his decision to go after Keemstar. There is one problem here though. He forgot to send the lift back down to the smaller YouTubers who helped him on his way. He forgot that a lot of people are in YouTube for the money. Leafy forgot that he is essentially running his own business, a business built solely on negativity and ridicule, and surrounded himself with other questionable characters and proceeded to fuck them over. There was only ever going to be one result here. So now you have Nick Cash, who is a pretty obnoxious character himself. He smelled blood and a really good opportunity to cash in on Leafy's naivety. His channel is growing now, and his own similar business decision to sell out a friend for views has proved a good one. But for how long? You see, YouTube channels and the people involved like this are always going to be in danger of this kind of backlash because of the nature of the channels themselves. Now, I keep saying they are channels based on negativity, which I'm totally fine with. There is a place for this kind of content on YouTube for sure, and I personally enjoy YouTubers like Memulus, for example. But unless people are smart, they will crash. Now, it remains to be seen if Leafy can recover from this, and he may well do. Personally though, I don't think he's versatile enough. Now, talking of smart, one of my favourite YouTubers, Elvis the Alien, released a video on Leafy, however retracted this due to him not being happy about sharing private DMs. A respectable move in my opinion, but also a fucking smart one. Elvis could have profited from Leafy's business, absolutely, but it would have cost him his integrity, something I think is abundant in his content. Elvis the Alien is someone I see as unlikely to be exposed in the future and is versatile and charming enough to ride it out if he ever did. The only summation that you can ever come to here is YouTubers need to be smart and think with a business head on. As far as a business decision goes, Leafy's one to distance himself from Keemstar in light of the new YouTube's terms of service was fucking inspired, but he forgot the other little details. If you forget one crack in a dam, it will eventually cause problems down the line. Maybe not now, but someday the waters will break. My example of Elvis the Alien's decision to retract his Leafy video will benefit him in the long run. He may not see those increased views in the short term, no quick buck or anything, but his long game is solid and shows the similar business acumen to Keemstar.